guys. So first of all, I'm going to have you all introduce yourselves. So I'll start with you, Madeline.
I'm Madeline David.
Addison Hoggard.
Charlie Perkins.
Morgan Hofer.
Estella Bochner.
Taylor Dietrich.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on the show today. So first of all, I just wanted to ask you guys, how is the team dynamic this year? Because I know we're still kind of early in the season, so just how is the dynamic shaping up?
I would say our dynamic is the same as it is every single year. We have the same team culture. We are very selfless teammates. We are always taught to be everybody's biggest cheerleader. And if you show up to our games, you will hear how loud we cheer every single game. And I think this year we've put in the work. We have shown that we're dedicated. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, and with just one loss on the season, what is it that's really just working for you guys out on the field?
We've just been working super hard. We've been clicking all together, making all the plays that we need to make, and we're all just super happy that everything's finally coming together. We put in a lot of work and a lot of time at practice to keep working towards all these like bigger games, and we're just putting everything together piece by piece.
Yeah, and you guys obviously had a big game against Sherrard. I want to talk about that for a little bit. So, you know, Sherrard being a top 10 team in the state, how big was that win for you guys?
Yeah, that win. It was a pretty good win. I mean, we went to the game knowing that it was going to be a tough game, so we knew they had to play all 7 innings to our full potential and not give up. So it was a good game and came out with the dub.
I think we're pretty used to the pressurized moments like Sherrard. So of course last year and the year before and this year with Moline, Sherrard, in Ottawa yesterday, it's just there's nothing better than playing in a pressurized situation and coming out on top.
Yeah, as Taylor said, we knew going into the game it was going to be a tough game. So our coaches just told us before the game to stay confident, do our thing, have fun, play hard, and just don't go through the motions and just play hard and know that we're going to have a good game.
Like Madeline said, having pressure in the beginning of the season is way better than having pressure later the last 7 games, because then we'll be ready for the last 7 if there will be pressure. So it's good to have it in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and sort of branching off of that, especially in the fashion you guys won that Sherrard game, rallying back, having that walk-off win there, does that help with your confidence now heading into, games coming up?
I would say it does, because we know that if we get into those tough situations, we know our lineup is going to be able to get us out of that. And having our dugout, like Estella said, it's very loud, very encouraging to the girls that are up to bat. So knowing that we're all there by their side to support them, we have a lot more confidence at the plate.
Yeah. And with you guys being ranked 5th in the state, which congratulations, by the way, that's great. Does that add any extra pressure to you guys out there? Do you feel like you have a target on your back at all, or how does that affect anything for you guys?
I think it adds 0 pressure. To be honest, every single year we have a target on our back. I mean, we've been to state multiple years in a row, and we're looking forward to those last 7 games again this year. And like we've said this entire interview so far, we practice with pressure situations all the time, and we're ready. And so I think a target, a ranking, anything like that, it doesn't faze us at all. We're ready.
I think the ranking doesn't really matter to us. We go out to the game, to the field, to win the game. So rank number 5 doesn't really set a standard for us. Our standard is very high, which is the last 7 games, especially the last 3, but rank 7 in the state doesn't really faze us, to be honest.
I think going off of Taylor, numbers don't really matter here. I think it's how we produce and what happens from all of it. So.
And when we go into the game, we're working on each inning, and we work 7 innings each game, and we focus on that game that we're playing. And then once we finish that game, we focus on the next game, and we go game by game. So.
Yeah, and just, Rockridge, I feel like, has had a great program year in and year out. Just what sort of creates that winning culture?
I would say the environment that we're all surrounded by. We have a very good group we're all very close, and we're all very self-aware of who we all are and who each and every individual is. And I just think with all of us being surrounded, and we're all just super happy to be there, we're just ready to go and produce good outcomes.
for us being a small school, it's hard not to see each other in classrooms. So we know each other pretty well on and off the field. So that also helps with our team culture, just knowing each other, especially when we go to team breakfasts and dinners. It just helps the culture out a lot.
And like we see each other every single day for like 3 months, and we kind of just become best friends and like sisters together, and that's kind of helps the program and everything.
And being so close with each other, it really helps us when we're at practice and we make sure high fives all the time, cheering each other on no matter what. And it definitely helps with us staying positive and cheering each other on.
Yeah, okay, last question for the 4 seniors we have. What has just Rockridge meant to you guys?
It's meant everything to me. I would say I have learned probably the most valuable life lessons ever through softball. I mean, I've experienced many things throughout my high school career, and these 4 years of playing softball, it's unlike any other sport within our school, and I am so lucky to have been a part of it for the past 4 years. I've learned so much.
Softball is just different compared to all the other sports, like Bogue said. We have a team culture. Not most other sports don't really have that culture that we try to, and we have like a goal at the end of the season, which is to go to state. So Rockridge has been a good part of the high school career.
Yeah, same with me. Rockridge has really taught me so many valuable lessons that I'll be able to bring on as I grow up. No matter where I go, I've learned so many skills that I can use anywhere.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show today, and congrats on the great start to your season. I'm excited to see the rest of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.